Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zelda Speedruns for our continuing coverage of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament. Got a Swiss Round 3 matchup for you tonight between Melee Wizard and I have no audio, are you shitting me? Yeah, but there's no audio over a stream, which is, the issue. Okay, how about now? Do we have audio? Hooray, we have audio. So, for those of us who didn't hear, welcome to Zelda Speed. I can't talk at the moment. Well, uh-oh.
People inhabit Link's body, put him into bad situations, and eventually they save Zelda.
Yes. Welcome to Zelda Speedrun's coverage of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament, Standard Tournament. Swiss Round 3 matchup here tonight, as you can plainly see down there at the bottom. Melee Wizard versus Scorpion Max. Got Nightcrawler and Jopo1226 with me tonight. How you guys doing?
I'm great. I'm one of those two people. And I'm Nightcrawler, Jopo. Go ahead.
I wasn't about to say anything.
Sorry. Holding off on a moment to start because both runners just got kicked from the race room. So waiting for them to come back before we start this race.
Oh, man.
Well, that's good because I'm still trying to finish my sandwich.
Yes. Tech issues abounding tonight. At least it's not just me for once. Alright, we got one back. There we go. So, I am going to go ahead and mute and let the two people who actually understand this game go ahead and start the commentary. Good luck, you two.
Alright, thank you very much for getting us all set up. So, we are going to be having one of the face-offs between some 0-2s. We got Melee Wizard on one side, Scorpion Max on another. They haven't won any games yet in this Swiss round, but one of them's going to pick up a win today.
Definitely.
If they didn't, that'd be strange, wouldn't it? So this is Zelda 2 Randomizer. It's probably one of the more random randomizers you'll find, because not only are items switched around, but the rooms and dungeons are shuffled around, like in one of those... you might want to do push to talk. Like in one of those sliding puzzles. And the overworld is randomized as well, so it's going to be completely different than in Zelda 2. One second. Jopo?
Mm-hmm.
You might want to disable your mic, buddy. Thanks.
I'm done eating.
God.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad Lightning enjoyed it, though.
I'm done eating.
Nah, it's all good. So, yeah, they're getting started right now. Alright, you can see the randomized overworld right here. Lots of forest, lots of swamp. Actually, a lot less swamp than usual. Cool. They've found the P-Bag Cave. They're both heading in that direction. Normally, this contains just a P-Bag in the randomizer, but in vanilla. But in the randomizer, it can contain useful items as well.
Yeah.
And the orange Dyras are only worth 70. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Just right off the bat. That's what we're doing here. We're just starting with the most important item in the game. Okay. I mean, well, I guess technically the raft is more important, but they're bound to find that one.
It was Glove.
Yeah, Melee Wizard picked up the glove, and Scorpion Max is going to have it very soon. So with that, they have no especially... yeah, they have no special fear of Palace 2, 3, 6, or Great Palace in terms of progression. Nothing's going to block them in there except maybe the occasional fairy spell.
Right. Well,
now, go ahead, go for it.
Let's hope for some kind of little bit of troll. Maybe the Raft is buried dig in Death Mountain. Even behind Spectacle Rock.
Oh yeah, we still have plenty of opportunities for trolling. Even required flute or required hammer. That could be happening.
Yeah.
Required child or something. So far though, yeah, starting with the glove is a very, very strong start.
Again, I'm sorry about earlier. What were you hearing? Me chewing and smacking and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or the paper, mostly.
Okay, well, I'm all done now.
Cool. Alright. So, right now they're looking for hints in Rauru.
Okay.
They can talk to any of the stationary NPCs, and there's a chance that one of them in that town will have a hint, but not this time. Alright. Okay. So, we're finding more caves. There's plenty of caves on the western continent. And, that's the first kind of thing you're going to be checking for items. The overworld spots, the caves, the grass tile. On the other continent, the water spot. Because it's much easier to search out those locations than to dig in the palaces and find items there. And there's also a lot more items in the world than elsewhere.
Alright, I'm sorry, I missed what was in Rauru. What spell we got?
I was a little distracted too, but I don't think it was that important. I think it was like shield or something. We'll see pretty soon.
Eventually, yes. Chat, can you help us out? Life. Actually,
Well,
alright spell.
Yeah, they're glad to have that one, but
Yeah.
not a critical spell.
No. Cave buried behind all the swamp. Let's hope
Yeah.
it's not a flop.
It's pretty annoying to get to those kind of caves.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Death Mountain. Wonderful. Alright, he's gonna know better this.
Wouldn't it be
possible
cool,
that it's possible that the only way to get to the Hammer Cave is like through that entrance, but very unlikely, so not even gonna
Yeah, I
deal
was
with it right
gonna say, wouldn't it have been cool if that was Hammer Cave right off the bat? And
That would've been
wonderful.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Well-
to cut you off, but
Oh, no problem. This is all fun and games. Scorpion Max had to see that heart container somewhat because he had no life left, but he'd probably like something better.
and we got an attack level up on Melee Wizard's side. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like to level those up pretty quick. But he's got another level coming this way. He's saving it up for another attack level. So he's going to try to avoid taking a death. Otherwise, that experience is just going to disappear when you game over.
Zarya, another free spell coming up.
Yep, and if they have the letter from Bagu, which they don't, but if they do, it'll let them go to the other side of the town, which can be randomized just about anywhere on this map.
Well, yes, you and I commentaried another race before that it was required to go through Zarya.
Yeah, those races are pretty fun. I mean, it's not my personal favorite, but I like it when you have unusual passers, like this magic will strengthen his shield. That's a required spell. So that's one less spell to look for. That's Reflect.
Yep. That's always required to beat Karok. There's no way of getting around that.
Yeah, even if you spam a Thunder at him or anything, that's not even going to touch him. It looks like we have Palace 3 or 6 on Scorpion Max's side, and he's trying to pick up a little extra experience. Not 200. That's pretty good.
Mealy's following his pattern. He takes a life, and they go ahead and put the rest in his magic. But I do agree with you about the attack. I love to be a powerhouse. I really don't care about my life or magic much. I'd love to just be able to take obstacles out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
An attack is the hardest one to level up.
Yeah, and you can get more. You can farm more experience from the gems that you place.
Yeah.
If you do that. So now Scorpion Max has Reflect as well. They're finding all the things they need pretty quickly here. Although none of the desert tiles on Western are going to have an important item. They're all going to be P bags or lives or
red jars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no vanilla desert tile that holds anything. And there's only one that I recall that holds it. Well, no, there's 2 actually, including the heart.
Well, the life spell really paying its dues right there. Alright, Mido on Melee Wizard's side, whereas Scorpion Max is up and Aang, so that way he can get back to the Northern Palace nearly instantly. He probably felt he was too far away from there, and this was faster. Go west to find the raft. Very useful hint from that guy right there.
Duh. We're not going to go east to find it.
If only. Unfortunately, this is going to be a double dip in Mido. This is a little bit of an unusual trek by Melee Wizard, looking for the hint in here without anything to turn in or collect. Go east to find the medicine.
Alright, so we know. Depending on what that spell is, that may be helpful or not. I mean, if it is a fairy spell, then that means that that's not required in logical sense.
It said go east to find the medicine.
Yeah, east of the other continent.
Yeah, so that doesn't really have anything to do with Death Mountain, does it? Am I missing something?
Well, logically, you're supposed to have the magical key or the fairy spell to go in the palace. So, let's say the raft is in Hammer Cave. It's required for you to get the raft out of Hammer Cave in Death Mountain to get the fairy spell to start dipping out. You get what I'm saying? I kind of get what you're putting down. I mean, I'm just saying, what if it is the fairy spell? That means he may interpret that. I mean, he may take a risk. But he did. I mean, he found Hammer Cave pretty quickly. So we'll see how this turns out.
Yeah, that's a great find by him. Hopefully, well, Scorpion Max isn't checking inside. And that's the traditional move, but considering how easy it was to find the Hammer Cave, it might be a big mistake.
Yeah.
We have the Trophy Cave on Scorpion Max's side. Maybe he'll find Trophy here, and that'll be Fairy. Or maybe he'll find the Rafter. Actually, no, this is Jump Cave. My bad. Sorry.
That's alright.
For a second, I blinked and I rubbed my eyes. Oh. Found religion.
Not the greatest, but considering that he didn't dig all around Death Mountain like the race last night. Who was that? That was Alan Heffrey and Weren't you commentating that, Ray?
Yeah, I was commentating that. It was the Allen Halfway and... Well, I don't... No, it wasn't the Allen Halfway. I forget exactly who it was, though.
Amazing Elf.
Oh, and Zarnax.
Zarnax, yeah. Even though he did find the crawls to Death Mountain, at least he didn't waste too much time finding.
Yeah, it's almost worth getting it. You know, just to have found it that fast, at least it puts it out of your mind.
Not only that, those mowers, invisible mowers, can kind of throw you off track if they get the good RNG involved.
Right. If there's a lot of invisible MOAs, it's definitely nice to have that going. It looks like Scorpion Max is filling up his magic and health by getting the red jar out of P2, and Melee Wizard is also going through Jump Cave. Meanwhile, Scorpion Max is in Heart Container Cave, so we should be seeing another item anytime soon.
So, Jump Cave was the play to make. I mean, it obviously led Scorpion Max to a new part.
Yeah.
And
well, it's a hard Heart Container. Nice to have. I don't like this approach by Melee Wizard. He's gonna die, especially if he doesn't cast life. I don't know why he didn't, but... Oh, he could just cast Reflecting. Maybe that's too expensive. But actually, yeah, Reflect can block these projectiles. Unblockable projectiles are blockable with Reflect skill. Oh, but that... He's almost at a game over here, so that's gonna put Scorpion Max ahead if he actually does game over.
He, actually, the first time he didn't actually have enough magic to cast life, that's why he cast.
Hopefully he gets it this time. It's not looking too good.
Oh, he just decided to screw it.
I mean, I'm not even sure if he's going to survive the rest of the cave, and he's not either.
I wonder why that Daria is not,
throwing more axes.
Inspired.
Yeah, that was a little unusual.
He needs to dip in that... Oh, that's not good. He needs to dip in that palace and update real quick.
Yeah. Ooh. Not... Oh, man, now he's thinking, oh, if I can keep this experience... But no, he did up an A.
No.
Now, it was certainly possible for him to kill that Red Daira. However...
Well, now this gives him a little more survivability. He got a magic jar and cast his life.
Right. And he found the other end of Saria, so we know we're not going to need that. Although the note from Bagu would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be a lot quicker than Junk Cave and a lot safer.
Yeah, and it was possible for Melee Wizard to take out that Red Daira, but he kind of missed a few attacks. He kind of body checked the Daira a few times.
I think Scorpion Max was in Medicine Cave and we didn't see what it was.
Yeah, he was.
Chat, can you help us out with that? What was in Medicine Cave?
Alright, Melee Wizard checking for the hints in Rudo.
Maybe also find out where the trophy is.
In a maze lies a flute, so that's one item in Maze Island.
Alright.
And that Maze Island always has two items, just like Death Mountain. The helmet, head cards, the trophy. So the trophy's in Palace 2. The medicine is in East.
Speaking of trophy, and you find trophy cave which has a medicine. You mean, okay, Palace 2 is on the east, right?
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that. We just know that Palace 2 has the trophy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible it's on the east.
Let's see what's in there's raft. There's our raft.
Yep, so Scorpion Max has picked up the raft. An incredibly important item, although usually not one that's very hard to find.
Yeah, it's either going to be in an open cave or unless we have logical access to the palace in a tower.
Yep. And we have Melee Wizard jumping into P2. This is a little bit of a strange move. He wants that trophy, I think, but he doesn't have any keys or any way of bypassing locked doors. And if I remember correctly, there's not that many keys laying around. So I guess there is one in... there's a few where P-Bags would have been. Oh, he finds the door. Now he just needs a key. Just one key.
Could an enemy drop a key?
Doesn't look like it yet. With all the drops we've seen, we haven't seen a single key drop, or I don't think we've seen a single life drop. Now he's deciding to go to the right, but there could be a key to the left too. Alright, so the raft has been used, and Scorpion Max is now on the eastern corner.
There's a key. He's gonna take a lava bath to get it back up top.
Lost a lot of experience, unfortunately.
He could probably get that back pretty quickly, depending on... I mean, it was about 400, but I'm sure he would have loved to attack, level up his attack.
Now this is interesting. He's not... It doesn't seem like he's interested in picking up the trophy. It seems like he just wants to finish the palace, but... Oh, this is a
glove block.
Glove block, yeah. You can't go... Oh, he has a glove.
Oh, yeah, we already have the glove, duh. We're not
very
used
unusual to have
it. Yeah, we're not used to getting the glove this early. Meanwhile, we'll see what's in fire for working.
There's a good chance it's a logically required item. But, sorry, logically required spell, but it's not. It's just shield.
Well, if I thought correctly, it looks like those snakes are dropping 50 experience, so not a big loss on that experience upgrade.
Hopefully.
Alright, he finds a lava room, which will get him another key. Yeah, 50 experience. So that's pretty easy. Nothing to farm for of these.
Now, if there's another dead end right here, or, you know, if he's heading toward a dead end, well, then he might want to up an A.
He's got a key. He's got another key, so he definitely will get that item. I think he was just thinking, looks like we have Helmet Head.
Yeah, so he should head right back to Rudo after he finishes off Helmet Head. The main fireball from Helmet Head is actually much stronger than any other attack from Helmet Head, so you gotta be careful for that, especially at low levels.
Yeah, he might as well just take a death and just try it over.
There is a way that you can hit Helmet Head twice on each jump, but it looks like Melee Wizard is employing a different strat. And if he dies, that's kind of alright. Because you can just go and get the item and come back. It looks like he's not going to make it this time.
Yeah. Helmet Head seems to roll very high on HP today.
Yeah, he did. And looks like on Scorpion Max's side, the River Devil is not being useful again. Not doing his job properly. But he is checking one of the item caves, one of the few item caves on the east. Right, and I think we're about to get a game over from Melee Wizard. Forgetting about life until it was too late.
Alright, so his best bet is go ahead and get the trophy. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I think it'd be great if it turned into the jump spell so he can get that down stab.
Oh yeah, and then you could finish off Helmet Head real quick.
Meanwhile, in that item cave was a heart container.
Yeah, nothing too special. But he's pretty much near the max for his life. Scorpion Max is. Yeah, he knew what he was gonna find, and he should be up and A here. Costs a little bit of experience, but it's much quicker. So he's gonna go turn that in at Rudo. If it is jump, that's kind of another reason why I personally don't jump into the towns until I have something I can do there. Because he might end up having to triple dip that town once getting the hints, once getting the down stab. Oh, well, it's Thunder. That's a real good find. So that's 2 required spells, and we got a 50-50 chance that Fairy is in the logic before they even get to a palace. Oh, well, there it is. There's Fairy in Old Kasuto. So as soon as Melee Wizard gets to Old Kasuto, he will have all the spells he could possibly need.
Well, considering he hasn't had the Wrath yet, that actually gives Melee Wizard a slight edge, because Scorpion Max more than likely won't go into Rudo to get that hint about Helmet Head having the trophy.
Right.
He's not going to go into Rudo until he has a trophy to turn in, so... I mean, granted, Palace 2 is not that difficult. He may put it off on a little while and start farming for other towns' spells.
I think Scorpion Max is going to head straight to Palace 2, and depending on whether he gets the trophy in there or not is... Oh man, that's an unfortunate
So, yeah, Medicine Cave was just a red jar. Scorpion Max already found that, we just didn't see it.
Yeah, we'll know if Scorpion Max is going to have any trouble when we see his strategy in P2. If he doesn't look for the item in P2, then yeah, he's gonna be having some problems in the suit.
Yeah. Right now, he's going to go get his down stab.
Now you can see on Scorpion Max's side that now that he has Fairy, he's checking Mito, and he didn't come in here before, but now he's getting the hints and he's getting down stab at the same time. Thunder's also a great spell to have early.
Yeah.
Because if you get in any kind of bad situation, you can just kill everything.
Alright, so... really needs to get to Medicine Cave and find... Not Medicine Cave, Magic Cave. Wrath.
Yeah. Oh, look at that down stab. Yeah, the longer that Scorpion Max has down stab and Melee Wizard doesn't, the more of an advantage Scorpion Max kind of has in exploration. Because he's going to be getting through encounters quicker, he's going to be getting through dungeons quicker.
Right.
We got some spooky ghosts on Scorpion Max's side.
Here's Trophy Cave, which we know is just a magic thing.
Yeah, although it'll probably make Thunder castable. Wait, no, he's only at Magic 3, probably not.
Well, it'll take the strain off of life, at least.
There's that. And this is where it is.
This will get him his Wrath, bring him to attack 3. He's good to up an A and start looking for that Wrath spot.
With attack 3 and perhaps the ability to cast life twice, you might just want to do P2. I mean, he's in the same general area. You don't want to route back here later. But of course, if he died, that would be embarrassing. It would give him a chance to get another attack level, because if he just walks from here to P2, by the time he gets to the end of P2, he'll probably have bypassed Life 3 and Magic 3, which would allow his next level up from the gem to be Attack 4. But I'm not sure if he's going to do that. It seems only a couple runners try to abuse the whole attack level thing. Oh, Scorpion Max took a little bit of a fall, but he should be getting back up here. So he's in Palace 3 right now, in Easier Palace, and it's one that has a very simple item to find. Melee Wizard is in Palace 4, and the same can be said for that. However, he doesn't have Fairy, so I'm not sure why he's digging more palaces, but hey, here's an item room, so what do I know?
And he does have that extra key now from Palace 2, so...
Yeah.
He will be able to access this item. Let's see how it pays off. Hammer?
Okay. Not required for Nukasudo, unfortunately.
But there could be something behind that hammer. Spectral Rock.
Yeah. Well, do you know if that one was accessible?
No, it wasn't. And this will be the end of his trek in Palace 4 because, yeah. However, don't we have a Hammer Block cave or two with...
I don't remember there being one. There can be anywhere between 0 and 3. I think it might have been a 0 this time. At least no more than a 1.
Right. Alright.
But, Nukasudo does have 2 items in it, so there is certainly the possibility that he could get boots there, or need boots or something. I don't think we found Flute. That could be required as well. Oh no, we know where the Flute is. That's in Maze Island. So pretty much the only item that they don't have that might be required is a Flute. And I guess in that way, it's kind of surprising that the other Wizard would take the palaces.
Yeah. However, a magic key would...
Oh yeah, magic key would be great. And they were quick digs, so... Yeah, you don't want to be in those encounter tiles with the levers without downstab.
Yeah.
I guess it's not the worst, but could be better. Melee Wizard almost doesn't get that life off in time. If you get hit, if you take the last hit, that would kill you. Even if you cast life before you die, there's a very real possibility you'll die anyway, even if your life is replenishing when you die.
Yeah, I've ran into that way too many times in the newest Zelda, and I always thought that was nonsense. They changed that in recent Zelda games where whenever you do anything that recovers your life, it pauses the game.
Yeah, but I like that there's not a break in the action here. It makes it feel more realistic.
Yeah, that's true too.
We have someone who doesn't really like Zelda 2 at all in chat. Some guy named Pig. Help me out here. Rhymes with shake. Pigmake. Pigmake.
Pig
meets so.
Pig cake.
Pigmake. Oh my god, that sounds good. How's it going, Pig Bake? Maybe we can convince you to like Zelda 2. Alright, Melee Wizard's still looking for clues as to the locations of items. Although the only, as we've mentioned before, the only item they could possibly need at this point is the boots. The chances of finding a hint for the boots specifically before you come across the boots, I'm not going to say those chances aren't impossible, but it's probably well below 30%.
Yeah, because we've already, I think, seen 2 hints.
Yeah. And both of those hints were useful hints, right? So,
yeah.
One of those... So there's a chance that one of the other 2 hints is for, like, a magic container or key bag or something. Yeah, one was for the raft and one was for the flute, if I'm not mistaken. Although, Digshake, you should really put the raft hint as one of the useless hints. Unless, you know, there's a possibility. Oh, go west to find the heart. That's the useless hint. And, you know, looking at one of those obscure hint locations, I'm really glad that Melee Wizard was able to find that.
Alright, so Scorpion Max is in Palace 2. Let's see if he digs for the trophy, which he looks like he's doing.
Wait.
Or is he in
the trophy?
Palace?
This is 1, right?
Yeah, this might be 1. Palace 1 and 2 look almost the same. No, this is Palace 2.
Yeah, that's 2. Okay.
Alright, so he will get his trophy, so he's not going to have a disadvantage.
That's good for him. I would say that Scorpion Max does have an advantage at this point in the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, once again, like in Mito, we saw Melee Wizard jumping into it, Darunia with nothing to turn in and nothing to collect. So possibly, we know he doesn't need to triple dip that, so at least he could triple dip it as far as he's concerned. So, you know, the more towns you do that with, maybe the less time efficient that is.
Right. But speaking of Zelda 2, have you seen the Angry Video Game Nerds review about it?
Oh, that's one. That one's over a decade old, right?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I think I've seen it.
I like the game, I do, and you know, a lot of people complain that this game is very hard, but I think it's more or less a little more like artificial difficulty, if you ask me, if you compare it to Zelda 1. Zelda 1, you had 16 hearts, you could reduce your heart damage taken by a lot, and also enemies did drop healing items.
Sure, but I would say that something like that is a sign of kind of the opposite of what you're looking for. If you're looking for, you know, true fairness, then a truly fair game should be possible to go through without ever getting hit.
Yeah.
Except for, you know, RPGs, that's like not a thing. In RPGs.
Yeah, you're not going to go through an RPG game without ever getting. It's not plausible.
Unless you, you know, you got some sort of memory manipulation going on. Alright, so Melee Wizard is searching for the flute at this point. He knows it's in Maze Island, and there could be another item beyond that. If it's the boots, then hopefully he will, you know, get into full gear, top gear, whatever you want to call it, and just start hitting palaces and pick up that fairy spell and all that. Of course, the key would be nice, but it's not required. Scorpion Max taking on Helmet Head and did the 2 hits per jump trick for a little while before he pushed off screen.
Right. Oh, and he takes death while he casts light.
Yeah.
Well,
like we were talking about.
Yeah, go to TP and up an A so you can start back at full live. Honestly, I think the ideal situation would be is that he finds Boots here, and the magic key is on the border tile.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be the ideal situation. That would be the dream. Oh, here's the flute.
So,
I'm not sure about trying to jump over that red barrier.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
They're easy enough to kill.
You could have casted life and probably could have got out of here alive. But...
yeah, there's that too. Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but you know, just like when you're playing a shoot 'em up, you know, you have bombs and it's a consumable resource and it clears all the bullets on the screen and destroys the weaker enemies. But you can't just save those up, you know, otherwise you're gonna get shot down. Same thing here. You know, you got magic, use it. Otherwise, I mean, beyond that, all those magic refills you pick up are going to waste. Alright, so we got Thunder on Scorpion Max's side, so he has all the spells he needs to call this a day. He doesn't have the hammer, unlike Melee Wizard, so it's still possible that something that Melee Wizard has done will pay off for him in a big way. Oh, there he goes, Melee Wizard clearing both those enemies pretty nicely. And we have a flying lever, you know, typical high roll fare. Just a side effect of the randomization of the enemy positions, or of the enemies in the set positions. He's still looking for one more drop location though, and it looks like it might have been behind one of the forced encounters, and that's never fun. Especially when you don't have fairy feet across. Scorpion Max, meanwhile, is in Palace. This is 3? Oh no, it was 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, because that's where we found it. Yeah, unfortunately, this Maze Island randomizer can be a little bit trickier because in vanilla, I believe you can navigate Maze Island with only having to do actually one encounter.
Yeah, that is true. And I think that's along the far path, and you get the magic container that way.
Yeah. And then
now I can understand the dedication to picking up this second item from Melee Wizard, but the chances that it's either the boots or the key is pretty slim.
Right.
So if it's going to cost you too much time...
Well, he's already dedicated. It's probably on that area... In my opinion, he's not making the best decisions because he's clearing forced encounters that have like 1 or 2 tiles behind him. Because I don't think he checked that area south of the bridge that has all that open space.
Yeah, there were some much larger areas that he could have checked behind forced encounters.
Yeah, it looks like that's where our second item.
Right now, I'm going to say that Scorpion Max is at least 12 minutes ahead of Melee Wizard.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be his 3rd palace. Well, Melee is still not got on board yet.
Yeah.
So this is probably where our second Maze Island, the way he's found going.
Yeah, and so Melee Wizard doesn't have, you know, magic key or anything like that, but he's got 6 magic containers and magic 4, so he can... Oh, there's the item. Hopefully it's good.
No.
Now it's still possible that it could be useful, but the chances are going down real quick.
Yeah.
If Nukusudo's medicine item requires 7 magic containers and it's the boots, and the boots are required somehow, then yeah, that was worth it, maybe. But those are a lot of ifs, so... And he's gonna go up an A, and drop off that experience at Thunderbird. I mean, how do you think Thunderbird drops 1,000 experience every time? People drop off experience there. It's like free parking.
Right.
That would be an interesting flag, wouldn't it? If every time you dump experience, it just goes to Thunderbird. And it's worth more and more experience.
Well, that would be interesting, but, you know, most people, outside of doing something like this, when they're racing people, are usually going to have 888 by GP.
Yeah, and of course, you know, by the time you beat Thunderbird, there's pretty much no reason to have levels at all anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Dark Link's is just as easy at level 1 as it is at 888.
Yeah.
Alright, so we do see Valley of Death on both of their screens, so they're kind of close to each other. And the wizard thinking for a second if he wants to pick up that P bag since he already went into the screen. Doesn't do so, but he's found one of the item caves in the east.
So speaking of Dark Link, I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't executed or not, but I heard that Dark Link and Ocarina of Time mimics your heart count when you start the battle.
Oh, I didn't know that. He certainly doesn't in this.
Yeah. I was thinking, well, if that's true, I would just intentionally go into that battle with only a half a heart and then just use a potion or a fairy or something.
Hey, there's the boots. So
oh, we found boots.
So that's nice. That's nice to have. If Scorpion Max doesn't find those and they end up being important, he can pick up some time that way. Although that does sort of invalidate the digging that Melee Wizard did in Maze Island. And if he had found those boots first, it would have been a lot easier to actually do that digging in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Red Rock.
Loot is required, but we know that Scorpion X is get it. I see in the chat that Cubs Rule confirmed what I said, but it's whatever your max HP is in Ocarina of Time, not your current HP.
Oh yeah, the folks here at ZSR know lots about Ocarina of Time.
So you can't cheese the boss that way.
Right. Now, this is going to be P6, so I guess Melee Wizard's saying, no, not until I have Fairy, and that's a wise decision. You can also be Fairy blocking P6, so...
Yes, in two ways. There's one that has a very large lava pit, and there's the other that you can kind of bypass, but it's just better to have Fairy and deal with it. That drop room.
Yeah. We got bats, we got bees, we got spiders. I have a feeling that whoever designed these enemies had some sort of either phobia or knew someone with a phobia and was just trying to make them uncomfortable as possible. I don't know why people are so freaked out by bats though.
Well, Shigeru Miyamoto created a lot of Mario enemies based on his childhood. Like the Chain Chomp.
Yeah.
Was based on a dog that was attached to a chain and scared him, but couldn't get to him. So it wouldn't surprise me if they, you know, put a lot of personal input in their design. I can see the Zols being developed based on the blob.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's that's probably it. I don't assume that Shigeru Miyamoto went and explored caves and played Dungeons and Dragons or something like that while he was in a cave. Maybe, who knows? Alright, so Melee Wizard is going to be tackling the Valley of Death. And going to try to do this palace. Meanwhile, Scorpion Max is making his way through... Was this D5? Well, I didn't get a good look, but I'll be able to identify it pretty soon. Melee Wizard has found P1. Hopefully he doesn't go looking for the item here. Although he still hasn't gotten Fairy.
So yeah.
Which I would think would be his primary concern.
He's definitely probably going to dig this. Unfortunately, he still hasn't found it. Fortunately, P1 tends to be decently key heavy, and you know, with the randomizer involved, you usually can get more keys than lost.
Sure. Hopefully, Melee Wizard doesn't become reliant on those keys and digging out the item here, because really, there's nothing for the item to be for him. Except the key, which, I mean, that's the only thing he's really missing, and he has to know that if he follows the logic, and he just visits one or two more towns, he's gonna get Fairy. And if he doesn't get Fairy, then the magic key is not going to be in a palace. So
actually, Scorpion Max is also P1.
Yeah.
He didn't dig the item.
Oh, he did. It was a 500. It was a P bag of some kind. He couldn't pick it up.
Oh.
So that's kind of why I hope Melee Wizard doesn't search for the item in here. Aside from the fact that he logically doesn't need it.
Well, unfortunately, he probably will, because for all he knows, he's still need the medicine or the kid for Fairy Spell.
Well, but the thing is...
logically, it wouldn't be here, though. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility that he needs Fairy in P6 and he'll get key somewhere else, but if that were the case, then he should have searched out the key in those other locations.
Well, actually, you know what? It could come across his mind that, you know, maybe the key is logically supposed to be found in the item behind a dungeon Fairy. That could possibly come across his mind. So he may dig his dungeon thinking he may need a spell item to get Fairy because the key's somewhere out there.
Well, sure.
He hasn't
but
found
in that case, I think it was, if that's what he's thinking, I'm thinking he should have found the key before starting to dig palace after palace after palace.
That's true, too.
Meanwhile, Scorpion Max has a really cool combination of tiles on his screen in the palace that he's in, so I'm digging that one. He's in P5 for realsies this time.
Yeah.
And looks like he's found the boss. This is going to be the 4th boss for Scorpion Max. Hopefully, the Wizard picks up his first boss pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, here it is.
It will be a race. I think, even with a head start, the Wizard should pick this up before Scorpion Max does.
Yeah, Horsehead is a lot easier to deal with.
Oof. And Scorpion Max takes up Bob. One more, and he's going to have to try this again.
Usually you can just go in and be reckless with Horsehead, but Goomba, you gotta be a little cautious, because he packs.
Yes, he does.
And he survives.
picking up that life 5. It's going to make it really hard to get his attack up, picking up all his life levels, but at this point I think it's too late to be manipulating your experience. And he's going back in for the P-Bag. Yeah, I just think that the possibility that even without knowing what we absolutely know from Scorpion Max doing this, the possibility that all the stars will align to make the item here required to, you know, at any point in the game. I mean, they're almost like 100 to 1 at this point. He was gonna try to level up if that Mago was worth 300 like it sometimes is, but at just 100 it's not worth it. He's gonna try an encounter skip, or he's gonna return to the Northern Palace and maybe finish up Palace 2. Although I think at this point his attack level is only 1 level higher than it was the last time, but it should be plenty.
Well, his life levels are much higher, but
that's true.
So from what we see, the boots are unfortunately not required, so that's not going to help Melee Wizard catch up.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen GP already. We've seen all the palaces, I believe. Scorpion Max is in P6. We've already seen P4.
Yeah, so Great Palace is on Maze Island, and that's definitely a fruit slot.
Right.
And he's digging Death Mountain for Spectacle Rock.
Hey, Lufo. Lufia in chat. She made the little program for editing the colors of Link sprites and custom sprites. It's pretty handy because the hex values are hidden all over the ROM.
Yeah.
Alright, so Scorpion Max is completely out of magic. Hopefully this doesn't lead to a drop. But, you know, he's going out through the fairy hole, so he doesn't need to cast fairy at any point in this drop sequence.
That's good.
So he seems to have forgotten that's a dead end. But
yeah.
I was too. Oh gosh, this is.
Oh, it's a loop around.
Oh no.
He's stuck in purgatory.
He has to up an A.
Yeah, he just might as well up an A.
He could get himself killed by the skeleton to get his magic back, or he can up an A. Oh, he gets a key. That's cool.
He's just gonna grab a key and up an A. But yeah, he was stuck in purgatory there. Very rare that you see a drop room like that. Usually they have 2 or 3 drops, but not just 1.
What is Melee Wizard looking for? He's in Death Mountain.
I would assume maybe the magic key, or... I mean, he did find Spectacle Rock. I don't know why he...
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna find magic key eventually at this rate.
I mean, I don't know why he's just standing there and not trying to book it. And it's just a P-Bag. Oh, man.
He needs to, like, find the towns that have the spell.
Yeah.
It just seems a little weird at this point. Maybe it's been a while since he's played and forgot about Fairy.
It's probably... He probably forgot about a logic, because, you know, the hammer was Palace 4, which means it won't block a spell item that would block Fairy. Unless, in that outlandish logic, the magic key was to be found.
Yeah,
but
the hammer... Wasn't the hammer in a Palace, though?
It was in Palace 4. What I'm saying is, the only way that a the hammer could block a spell item that would block Fairy would be usually able to find the magic key easily.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I think he's going to pick up his Fairy here, and that will set him on his way.
I hope so. And that was easy. Hopefully. Oh! So I think Scorpion Max looped back to the fairy hole somehow? Probably not. I just saw that out of the corner of my screen. Corner of my eye, rather. Those bubbles have been heck on Scorpion Max, I think, because he is at 0 magic again. So this room that Scorpion Max is in is one of the hardest rooms in the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad this time. There's a bunch of really small enemies here, but in the later flags you can have, like a bunch of blue iron knuckles and goombas and stuff like that, along with those flying unicorn heads. And the fastest way, well, the most secure way to get through, is to just. Oh, is Melee Wizard looking for more items?
Right now, the only possible way I can see Melee Wizard coming back, because I would bet $1,000 right now that Scorpion Max is going to win. Is that upstab is required in Great Palace.
He doesn't even have downstab yet, though.
That's true too, but I'm sure he will go back to get it once he starts clearing palaces. But if Melee Wizard decides to go to Darunia and get upstab, and upstab happens to be required in GP, he may have a chance.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah.
But right now, this is definitely Scorpion's Max game to win.
For sure. And kind of again, he checked that forest tile to see if it was new Kasuto and went in anyway, even though he found out it wasn't. So, yeah.
So, what are these racers both at right now in their win-to-loss ratio?
I believe they're both 0 and 2. My race is the only one that's kind of mixed, so
okay.
Since yeah,
everyone I know else. You were talking about that last night, but you're in no position to backseat games. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's the integrity of the randomizer.
Alright, well, Scorpion Max is heading to GP. Did he beat Karak?
Yeah.
And we just didn't mark it? Probably did.
Yeah, Tracker, he did beat Karak. I remember him being in the fight.
Cool deal. So, Scorpion Max at an hour in.
Basically.
Yeah.
We'll just say an hour.
He's in GP. I love these little snake dudes. They're so easy. They're often with so much experience. In GP, though, unlike in other locations in Zelda 2, they shoot fire instead of rocks, so you need the reflect spell to block them.
Yeah, but why waste your magic on that? So.
Yeah, if reflect is really cheap for you, I mean, go for it. But otherwise, my go-to strategy would just be to dig through the waffles in an upward fashion instead of trying to go across the bottom and tank all their fireballs.
Yeah, in vanilla, when you get here, I think jump is like 8 magic points. and reflect. I don't remember how much reflect is, but it's just better to use jump and just jump over and be done with them.
Yeah, or you don't even really need jump either. You can just start low and keep on digging higher as you go. Because you'll have room to dodge their fireballs in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then after that, oh cool, he's gonna get a level in GP. Doesn't happen too often.
Right. Magic level, that'll give him a chance to restore his magic life. Survive longer to explore more.
Oh man, all the dead ends here.
Damn.
And I feel like he might be feeling a little pressured for time. Okay, so we got the medicine. Still looking for items. So Melee Wizard picked up the medicine just now, Tracker. Hopefully he doesn't turn it in. He's going to turn it in. Okay. Or he could be going to beat B2. No problem.
I'm sorry, I got a case of the hiccups real quick.
It's alright. Those fireballs. Oh, so Melee Wizard is turning in medicine.
He is. Well, he's going off to get his jump here with.
True. Yeah.
Not jump.
Down stab. Yeah. So that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. Darn it.
Alright, press downward to stab, and I think we're gonna see what the spell is in this this location. And we know the spell isn't required. He knows the spell isn't required, but I think he's figuring he's already here, so.
Maybe he's hoping for a keep fire spell, Leap to Thunder, possibly, or fairies.
And every time I look on Scorpion Max's side, he has like no magic.
Wow. This CP must be brutal. Or he's just trying to, or he's just, trying to just, tank it.
Once you fall down one of these holes, it can be very difficult to. Oh, nice.
Nice jar grab.
Oh, and he took a bop, but he was able to recover his health in time. Oh, but he has to die anyway.
Ah. Thunderbird. Wow, that sucks. He recovered. Well, it was either one of two scenarios. He was going to have magic but no life, or life and no magic. So it was a no-win situation there.
Right. And we have Melee Wizard in Palace 4. This one is a pretty simple palace, so I'm sure he'll finish this one just fine. Alright, so with the Thundercast, that turns Thunderbird intangible and blue. And the Reflect spell will block those fireballs falling down, just like any of the otherwise unblockable projectiles. And it also supposedly increases the size of your hitbox.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Actually, Melee isn't actually Palace 3.
Oh gosh, I keep getting this wrong. Thanks for correcting me on this stuff.
That's alright.
Yeah, Palace 3 is a lot easier with downstab. I think you can get through here without downstab, but you kind of have to sort of clip through these. You kind of have to clip into the blocks to break them.
Yeah, for the longest time in vanilla, I couldn't figure out how to get up stab for some reason. And I know you could do it, but I had to hit the hell out of those blocks in Palace 4 which is really the only place you need upstab in vanilla to get that key. Without, because at the time I didn't know about the fairy trick. But I know if you jump and you keep stabbing, you can eventually hit blocks above you.
Yeah. Yeah, the faster you're going when you hit the blocks above you, the more likely it's going to happen. So Scorpion Max has made his way past Thunderbird, but it looks like Thunderbird was really early and there's a lot past him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's still quite a maze, unfortunately for him. And still no magic on his screen, because this is the same light he fought Thunderbird on. I wasn't trying for the red jar drop in that particular room. It's not in all those rooms, and he would have been oh, well, he was Dark Link.
Yep, there we go.
So even with just 3 bars of health, I don't see Scorpion Max losing this.
No. Get your GGs in chat ready for Scorpion Max. There we are.
Alright.
Very fast seed.
Yeah. It was a fast seed. Assuming you remember that Fairy can get you through doors.
Maybe if taking a few more optimal paths, this could have probably been done in less than an hour.
Yeah, I think so. Some questions as to whether Cubs actually rolled the seed, because it's not Trolley. It's not a Trolley seed. Nothing especially was required. You had Grove right at the start. We'll get to talk to Scorpion Max any minute now.
Actually, Max has decided not to come in for an interview tonight.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yes, Jet Seed is correct.
I mean, Fairy was free, Thunder was free, and Reflect.
Well, Thunder was actually not super free. I could see people missing it, but... it
was in Palace 2, so
right.
It was Reflect and Fairy that were very free, and then Thunder was behind a relatively small dungeon. Not too bad, actually. Thunder was missable. Runners didn't miss it, but yeah, definitely very friendly seed.
We have a little decision to make. Think we should have this group of viewers raid another one of the ZSR rooms, because Melee Wizard could be at this for over half an hour, I think.
Is there another race going on soon?
Oh, raid Melee Wizard. Oh, okay, yeah. We can do that. Yeah, that's the best way to go.
Yeah, given the shit I've been throwing for this, Ocarina of Time, and Link to the Past, no one saw this kind of seed coming tonight. Yeah.
I've seen your work in action, so yeah, this is definitely outside of what you've thrown at people.
Yep. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and raid Melee Wizard here.
Alright.
Any final thoughts from the two of you on this? I think we can safely call this a jet seed.
Yeah, I think it would be
Definitely.
I think overall, if you follow the logic, and you also picked up the item from Palace 2, or got the hint from the Rudo if you got the hint for the Rudo spell item location out of Rudo, then yeah, this was a jet suit. The only possibility of not taking longer would be missing the trophy turn-in. Sorry for the fumbling right there.
Given that I don't know this game at all, what could Melee Wizard have done to bring this closer? What was it that really set him this far back?
What do you think, Jopo?
Honestly, his digging of the palace too. I mean, granted, it did give him the Thunder spell, but he did dig the palace outside of logic, and that kind of pushed him away from getting the Wrath, which could have maybe made going to the Eastern Continent a little more enticing.
Yeah, I think maybe Melee Wizard is not is either he's sleepy, or maybe he doesn't know all the things about how the logic works in the Zelda 2 randomizer. Either can be the case. You can have those races where you're just dead tired, or you've been up all night.
I noticed that he's also going for a lot of life levels, more than I've seen in other seeds, as opposed to attack.
Yeah. Attack is always the ideal situation. I know, survivability is important, but when you have high attack, enemies have less time to hurt you.
Exactly. Best defense is a good offense in a lot of ways.
And sometimes the best offense is a good defense.
Right, so with that, I think we'll go ahead and say goodbye for the moment. We're going to raid Melee Wizard here, so feel free to stick around and cheer him on. At the moment on ZSR, the main channel, we have a semi-final match for the Ocarina of Time Beta Quest tournament. I think that one's still going on. I'm sorry, that's on ZSR 2. On the main channel, we have a 4-way race of Zelda 2 randomizer. We have Amazing Ampharos versus Rose City Saint, and Jay Coper versus Lightning, all going 4-way race on the same seed. Gonna try to have another match here in about 40 minutes on ZSR 3. Ryan 7 versus Cross Product. Still looking for a commentator for that match, so if anybody would like to hop in so we can get that one on the air, we want to get as many of these matches as we can on the air. So hopefully we'll have that one up here, but for right now, thank you very much to Nightcrawler and Jopo for joining on comms for this one. Thank you to Nori Nato for hopping in there and helping me out on tracking. Tracking game, you have no idea what's going on. What could possibly go wrong?
Yes.
So we will go ahead and say goodbye for now, and let's go raid Melee Wizard and cheer him on. See y'all soon.
Alright.
See ya.
Thank you. Good night.